How do I get this to show, not me? Hi, I'm live streaming.
I don't know.
Give me a second. I'm starting live streaming. This is Mary Shapiro, Women's March Chicago. I'm a little rusty, so here you go. What does finish mean? Do I hit finish to... Here we have people with the media. I'm very unsure of doing this kind of stuff. So bear with me, guys, gals, and however you want to define yourself. Excuse me. Excuse me. Here are the wonderful, excuse me, I'm trying to live stream. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah,
sure.
I'm trying to live stream
you want
people.
To come in?
Yeah, sorry. I'm not the best at this. Do I have to hit finish? Am I doing?
Sure. I think that's when you're done with it.
Okay. Thank you. Can you hold this for 1 minute while I put on my glove?
Okay, Jasmine, here you go.
How do I share this? Okay. Okay.
Thank you so much for coming. I am so happy. This is going to be a great event. We are here to support our youth activists. We are here to support the next generation of women and girls. We are here to empower each other. Chicago will have a voice today. We are being heard globally. We are being heard nationally. You are not powerless. You are not powerless. Everybody's voice has power. Everyone here is dynamic and capable of producing the change they want to see in the world.
Yes, ma'am.
So, I am excited to speak with you today. I am excited to have so many dynamic and wonderful speakers speak to you today. I am excited that we are here to empower each other. We are here to support each other. We are here to stand in solidarity with marches around the world. Over 300 marches are happening. We are here to say,
Excuse me, young man.
We do not have any
Excuse me, I'm live streaming for the event.
here in our city.
I'm live streaming for the event, just so you know.
Here in our country. We are here to fight for compassion. We are here to fight for justice. We did not get justice yesterday.
No, we did not.
We haven't gotten justice for 3 years.
No, we have not.
We are ready to fight back. We will continue the fight. The time to divide is gone.
Right.
We
Right
are
on.
to unite together.
Yes. Yes.
Friends, I want to introduce our first speaker, Cora Hayward, who is here as an ambassador from Women's March National. Here you go, Cora.
Hello, my name is Cora Hayward, and I am the oldest of 6 children, and I live on the northwest side of Chicago. I am a freshman at GCE Lab School in Lincoln Park.
Young
In
women.
2006 or 17, I was one of the 32 young people chosen as a Women's March on Washington Youth Ambassador. That year, I attended the Women's March in Washington, D.C. with my grandma, cousin, mom, and sister. I am also part of many other organizations like Moms Demand Action,
Oh, yeah.
Students Demand Action,
Yay.
March for Our Life Chicago,
Yay. Woohoo.
March of Dimes, and the Epilepsy Foundation of Greater Chicago.
Awesome.
Hold the microphone closer.
The Women's March exists to fight bigotry and discrimination. It is
Yes.
committed to lifting up the voices of women who are too often left out. And it is committed to ensuring access to dedicated healthcare services for women and femmes with disabilities. The Women's March firmly declares that LGBTQIA+ rights are human rights.
Yes. Thank you.
And that it is our obligation to uplift, expand, and protect the rights of our LGBTQIA+ brothers, sisters, and siblings. We must all join together to protect and defend our rights, safety, health, and communities. And it is time for the next generation to raise their voices and commit to dismantling the systems of oppression through non-violent resistance and building inclusive spaces for all.
Woo!
This movement includes women of all ages.
Awesome, you're doing it too.
Indigenous
Beautiful.
women, poor women, immigrant women, disabled women,
Yeah.
Jewish women, Muslim women,
Amen.
Latinx women, Asian and Pacific Islander women, lesbian, bi, queer, and trans women.
Amen.
To do that, the Women's March has created the Women's Agenda with 10 priorities. You will hear from youth leaders today who will be speaking out on each of these issues.
Awesome.
Today, we stand for ending violence against women and femmes,
Yes.
ending state violence,
Yes.
reproductive rights and justice,
Yay!
racial justice,
Yay!
LGBTQIA+ rights,
Yes.
immigrant rights,
Yes.
economic justice and worker rights,
Yes.
civil rights and liberties,
Yes.
disability rights,
Yes.
and environmental justice.
Yes.
Thank you to the young women who organized this march and rally. Rest assured, the future is bright. If they build the wall, my generation will tear it down.
Oh, I know that's right. Sorry? Our camera lens is right. Oh, sorry.
Again, my name.
Whoops. No, I just didn't want to block that. Yes, I don't want to do that either.
Again, my name is Cora Hayworth.
I know that.
Woo! Yes.
This is the megaphone.
All right.
Again, my name is Cora Hayworth, and I am a freshman living in Chicago.
Yes.
And let's welcome the next speaker.
Yes. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Our streets. Our streets. Our streets. Our streets. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Our streets. Our streets. Impeach 25. Impeach 45. Impeach 45. Oh shit. Impeach 45. Impeach 45. Love you, Kita. Yeah. My hands are cold. Oh, no.
Speaking on environmental justice is Kirsten Belke.
Woo!
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
My name is Kirsten. I am 20 years old. I am born and raised in Chicago. I attend Harold Washington College, right? I'm currently studying social science education so I can teach social justice, get the next generation to know how to use their power and voice in a non-violent way.
Woohoo!
Yes. I work for Greenpeace as a canvasser, talking to people every day about our beautiful environment and the lies that government and our... I work for Greenpeace, where I canvass every single day, telling people all over Chicago about environmental issues that the government
and that corporations hide from us every single day.
That's right.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Today I stand as a representative for Sunrise Movement. Today I stand as a representative for Sunrise Movement. What an honor and privilege it is to be here and represent them at this empowering young women's rally. Sunrise is a movement founded and led by young people who are making climate change an urgent priority for all of America and ending the corrupt influence on our politics in order to protect the people and the places in which we love. We are harnessing our fear and our anger and our unique voices to unite millions of Americans and reclaim this democracy.
Woo!
When I started working and volunteering for environmental organizations, I really had little to no background in the field, and I definitely did not expect for it to take over my life in the best way possible.
Yes.
Day by day,
Oops.
day by day, I learned just how deadly the fossil fuel industries really are,
Yep.
and how our country did not acknowledge the horrors that they created.
Yeah.
I remember the shock, the anger, and the heartache I experienced when I learned about the Fisk and Crawford coal plants that were located on the south and west sides of Chicago, right in my very backyard and in my home.
Wow.
The tragic part is that these coal plants were located right next to elementary schools in densely populated, lower income, and famously known immigrant neighborhoods, where they emitted toxic air pollution for decades. Researchers from the Clean Air Task Force found that the pollution from these plants directly caused heart attacks, asthma attacks, brain damage, lung cancer, and even the premature deaths of 42 children and families.
Wow. That's a nice photo. Can you get in okay?
Eventually, many great and local international
took a
organizations
snapshot.
were able to get
I'm
involved
looking back.
and shut these plants down.
Post it to
But
the
examples
page
like
for
this
sure.
continue
I'll
all
post
around
it to the
America,
event page.
often without a
Okay.
resolution and on even bigger destructive scales. This is when I realized the intensity of this crisis and that even our children are targeted by the greed of the fossil fuel industries who will clearly stop at nothing to make
That
a
ain't
profit.
right.
The latest UN report recently stated that we only have 12 years to radically transform our society and our economy, or we will face the end of a human civilization.
Oh, wow.
I'm not about to just let that happen, and I know we are all not about to let that happen.
Right.
Hey, right on.
This is why I have joined the Sunrise Movement, and why I have decided to dedicate my young life to fight for my younger siblings, my future students, and possibly my future children, who will never have a chance in this world unless we act right now. We need clean air, water, and homes for everyone,
Yes.
regardless of one's income, regardless of one's race, their gender, their political party, their age, and regardless if you are a citizen or not in this country.
Yes. Amen.
Being a part of this movement means combating the destruction of our beautiful and one and only planet, while also targeting systematic inequalities simultaneously. Sunrise Movement is going to fight for a Green New Deal, which is the radical bill we need
Amen.
to transform and solve the climate crisis. The Green New Deal has three main objectives, one of which is 100% renewable energy by 2030.
Yes.
We'll provide green jobs,
See, okay?
and green jobs for all, and a just transition to people of color and lower income working class communities who are hit the hardest by the climate crisis.
Yep. That's it. I am proud to represent a movement that targets corrupt politicians and replaces them with diverse leaders like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who will stand up for the health and well-being of all people now
and for future generations. This February 5th, we are launching our Green New Deal campaign all across the country, bringing more people to this united front and calling on our leaders to stand with this generation and embrace the new Green Deal. I encourage everyone to visit sunrisemovement.org, sign up, and activate your voice. To me, there is nothing more inclusive than saving the entire planet that we all live on.
Yes, amen.
We must unite, and we cannot let the handful of wealthy executives and politicians divide us. They will attempt to pit us against each other.
Right.
And they will lie and tell us that one community must suffer in order for the next one to thrive. This is a lie, and I look around today and I clearly see that we are greater than the 1% and the greed.
Yes, ma'am.
Together, we have the people power and the common goal of protecting the ones we love and defeating those who attempt to silence us. Join Sunrise Movement as we share this fight to accomplish a government and a society that truly protects and represents this diverse nation. Thank you.
Thank you.
What do you want it now?
All right, friends, I'm going to introduce to you our youngest speaker, Ms. Angel Herman.
Excuse me.
Hello, Chicago!
Hello!
It's 2019! How on earth did that happen? As a member of this march and a very busy person, I am sure we all have things on our minds. Please, push all of those concerns to the back of your brain and focus on the issue that you, yes you, can do something about. I am sure we are all familiar with not getting picked to play sport or not having a lot of friends. At my school, whenever I try to interact with the popular kids, I do not really get, they look right past me. All they see is my disability and they aren't interested in including me. Thankfully though, I do have a bunch of friends. Shout out to them! Who truly value me as a person. But what can all of you do to make sure we are all included? It's 2019. Our resolution should be to break the mold around disability so that you see all of me, not just my disability, and that you certainly don't think that it is a bad thing.
Yeah, right on.
Amen.
It's part of me, but it is not all of me. I am a woman, and as a woman, I should have the right to live my life the way I choose. What can you do to make sure we all have those freedoms? Call your senators and urge them to pass the Disability Integration Act. This important piece of legislation addresses gaps in the ADA and allows people with disabilities to live in their own communities and stay in their own homes instead of being forced to live in institutions like nursing homes.
That's right.
When society truly accepts me and all of us as humans, we will break down the barriers and we will make sure everyone has the right to live in our own homes. With those freedoms, I plan to go to college to earn a degree in political science. To earn a degree in political science and law, run for the House of Representatives, run for president, vote. And then retire as a baker. None of this can happen if we do not all come together and remember that disability rights are human rights and that we all have the right to hope, fight for, and dream for a more inclusive society.
Can you hold this? I'll try and grab it for her.
So you gonna do it? Thank you.
There you go.
Let's get it,
You rock! Yes, ma'am. Oh, shit.
The mic doesn't work. No.
Nice T-shirt.
Thank you. Shout out to my mom for the t-shirt.
Woohoo!
Clap hands if you hear me.
Woohoo!
Oh my God, I'm sorry. Clap hands if you hear me.
Woo!
What about the back? People in the back. You hear me? My bad. So, my name is Simon Demir. I'm 18 years old. I'm from the south side of Chicago.
Woohoo!
So, you know, I'm holding it down for my south siders today. And I also do want to give a shout out to the black queens in the audience today. I'm going to be doing a spoken word piece and I call this Blackbird. So, please enjoy.
I love this one. I think I've heard this.
Why you wanna fly, Blackbird? You ain't gonna fly. Why you wanna fly, Blackbird? You ain't never gonna fly.
Do you know how to share this?
No place big enough for
Okay, once you
holding.
finish, then it's gonna ask you about sharing.
Okay.
Right now, it's just going live. So
Cause
it
your
got
mama's name was Lonely.
Good.
And
my buddy Eric's probably gonna share it.
Was pain, and they called you Little Sorrow because you'll never laugh again. So why you wanna fly, Blackbird? You ain't ever gonna fly. Why should I want to fly? I am a mixed black queen. Friends like to say blackish, a mix of black and Turkish, but me, I am just like you. Cut me up and then I got history too, and my veins real blue. I'm bleeding red just like the very few who have seen a raw deal of this time. Being stuck in the middle where my hair ain't black enough and my skin ain't white enough and my eyes are not light enough for a light-skinned girl. Let me tell you about where I come from, Southside. The mothers out there stay hungry and the babies repeat, please don't take my mama from me. But like I said, I see me as a black queen and my black brothers stay talking about their boom teams. But what's really important, they got it. Niggas be saying, damn shorty, you foreign. As if being fully black is foreign.
Right.
Are you mixed? You don't look black. Like it creates some type of beauty. Taking out my black and ripping out my roots, man. Taking out my black and ripping out my roots, and what we really need to see is more African American brothers in suits. All against what we constitute, how we prostitute, and what we have in these institutes. That's all. It's like we're stuck in an illusion, putting us all in correctional institutions as the government uses the instruments of execution. CPD, where you at? It's like a mental illusion, putting us all in institutions. We have to explain our characteristics and our stereotypes because the stereotypes are so loud that they affect us all because Muslims carry bombs, Somalians drive taxis, whites are trashy, blacks don't know facts, Russians drink vodka, Mexicans mow lawns, and Arabs are DACA.
Yeah.
We're chosen to post statistics and explain We're chosen to post statistics and explain characteristics. Why I dress like this and why I walk like this and why I talk like this. Modesty. But honestly, most of us have dealt with 9/11 criminalistics because our names, our family fame, and because we can't play the game. You see, it's the game the government plays, the game the government plays, the game the government plays. And I'm so amazed that what you all crave is not the First Amendment, just to have rights. I mean, I'm real brave, but the only problem is letting you all see reality, police brutality, twisted mentalities, cloth on my head as a Muslim abnormality. But hating is a normality.
Hey, no fun.
We get thrown to the roofs in the jury seating, pleading, but immigration and castration. Well done, fellow Americans, standing ovation. Cause you let my name define me, but I promise you, the only thing lighter than a bomb, the only thing lighter than a bomb are our souls, cry for an understanding. Red, white, and blue, where's justice to you? Red, white, and blue means justice until they're flashing behind you. Thank you.
Amen. Woo! Yeah. Okay.
I ain't trying to get hit, you know.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Logistics and social events like this. Hello.
Hey, Keena. Hey, Keena. I'm live streaming. I'm going to post it to the page, so I'm doing it for the event. Okay.
I'm Black and Kurdish.
Sorry.
And we are trying to work on the sound system, so we're sorry for everybody in the
Sorry.
back.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can't hear really.
We're sorry.
There's
We're
no
sorry.
clarity.
So we're gonna have our next speaker, who is Madison from Good Kids Mad City. Make some noise for Good Kids Mad City.
Yes, ma'am.
Good Kids Mad City is doing great work to combat gun violence in the city of Chicago for Black and Brown
Yes, my
youth.
black. Sorry.
And we're gonna have Madison speak.
Keep doing that. Good Kids Mad City. Amen.
Hello. Okay. Hi, how y'all doing?
You mind if I get over here?
That's good. I really enjoy and appreciate that y'all are out here and y'all here to support and y'all came out here in the snow. Give it up for yourselves. That's good. I'm gonna do the speech. Drop the tears from your eyes. Everything will be alright. You know the rainbow's just inside. Dust your wings off as you ride.
How's that?
If
Better?
your heart feels overwhelmed, just know you're never by yourself. Hold your head in high, hold your head up high, and together we'll fly.
Oh, wow.
As the McLean sisters sang, we will rise. As a woman, I find myself burdened by the lack of inequality, sexual exploitation, social indifference, and cultural awareness, all amplified by the infusion of my melanin my heritage cursed me with, or so you would be led to believe. As a woman, no correction. As a proud, young African-American woman, queen, child born, but soon to be yet another mother of this earth, my ancestors birthed not just this, but many nations. My celestial right, I am the very cradle of all civilization. That's right. At minimum, my relevance to this existence is essential and requisite. My equality should never need to be quantified. My temple should be worshipped and desired. I am the definition of social construct. Culture is my very life's blood. Too long, too many black and brown minority women get overlooked. I am here to speak for women who find their tongues silent. I am here to speak for every woman and trans woman who have been sexually assaulted, their nose falling upon deaf ears and blind eyes, those who have been stifled by oppression. We didn't get justice for Laquan last night. If you really want to support and fight along black people, then you have to join the fight for police and prison abolishment. Police rarely get held accountable when they sexually assault black cis and trans women. Black cis and trans women, like Satona Brown, are sexually assaulted in prison by guards and no one is held accountable. Too many women are killed by the heads of the police. I am here to say their names: Rekia Boyd, Ayana Jones, Shelly Frey, Idea Pendleton. They are women whose names won't be forgotten. Their suffering is truly our loss. From those horrific, tragic moments in our history, we will take heed to rise above and live beyond the narrow-minded fallacies that seem to be scripted in our progression and evolution. As women, we must love and protect each other. As women, we must respect each other. We have nothing to lose but our chains.
Amen.
As women, we are stronger than what is perceived. We have been and will continue to be inventors, creators, doctors, lawyers, CEOs, engineers, mayors, governors, entrepreneurs. As women, we are anything we want to be and more. As women, we have to believe.
Awesome.
We have to believe in what we are fighting for. There is nothing that we as women cannot do. Maya Angelou once said, I am a woman, phenomenal woman. That is me.
Yes, you are.
My name is Madison Naila Miller.
Sorry.
Not only do I stand here to represent Good Kids Mad City, where we believe that police have no pity, wars are taken forbidden, and all the men have just been sitting. I am a poet, singer, and activist, but most importantly, I know I am a beautiful, young, African-American, powerful woman.
Yes, you are beautiful.
How many of you are going to be first-time voters? In 2020? No, we don't know. So we're going to have our next speaker come up. And we'll have her introduce herself. Everybody make some noise for our next speaker.
I love your hair. It's so pretty. You know, it's the snow.
Hi, I'm Melanie Jones and I'm 17 years old. I'm from the Ladies of Virtue organization. It's a mentoring and leadership organization for young black girls in the Chicago, in the South Side and West Side.
All right.
Woohoo!
Did you hear about the rose that grew from the crack in the concrete, proving nature's laws wrong? I'm asking, have you heard of this rose? With thorns in its stem and a few missing petals, but beautiful just the same. This rose, whose existence is questioned by many, but admired for its ability to grow despite its circumstance. This rose, though beautiful, has been overlooked and ignored. So when I asked, did you hear about the rose that grew from the crack in the concrete? I'm hoping, knowing that you'll say yes. You'll say yes because you realize that this rose are your mothers, daughters, sisters, and wives. This rose is you. You, much like the rose, has had to grow in an environment that wasn't necessarily made for you. But you've planted your roots and continue to look towards the sun. See, many people don't understand the truth about being a rose, and even less understand what it's like to be a young black rose. As a young black rose, I was taught that my voice is my most powerful weapon. My stubbornness is my shield. My emotion is my armor. But like I have become the knight, my own knight in shining armor, and my own fairy tale. But like most fairy tales, I was faced with villains. Villains that said, she's too ghetto and she's got an attitude all the time and I guess she's okay for a black girl.
God.
Villains who tried to tell me that me and my fellow roses, as long as we had long hair and a slim waist, nice thighs, and a pretty face, we will be enough.
Yep.
Villains who tried to rip this young black rose from the ground with their stereotypes, racism, and misogyny. I'm here today to speak for the young black roses who cannot speak for themselves. The young black roses of the future. I'm here to tell the stories of girls whose stories have been ignored. Support the women who need somebody to believe them. To encourage the women who have been living in fear. This power lives in only the rose. This rose so beautiful, this rose so strong. So long live the rose that grew from the crack in the concrete.
Yes.
Excuse me, I'm gonna go over here.
Everybody, show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Hey, all this hate has got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. All this hate has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. What's her? All this hate has got to go. All these what have to go? Ho, ho. All this hate has got to go. Hey, hey.
Introduce our next speaker. Introduce Naomi Harvey. Takoyaki. Shante Washte Nate Chiutate.
Sorry.
Naomi Amachiyaki. Ma Fichango na Oglala, Lakota, na Safa, na Iris, Chicago Hamataha. Good morning, my relatives. My name is Naomi. I greet you with a good heart. Sorry, y'all. I'm Oglala and Fichango Lakota, as well as Black and White. I was born and raised in Chicago, and I am the co-president of Shy Nations Youth Council. Shy Nations is a Native American youth council for youth that supports, whose main goal is to create a safe space in Chicago and around the world for Native youth, Indigenous youth of all kinds. And so before I do my speech, I wanted to sing a woman's song in the woman's spirit, I guess. As a young girl growing up in the Chicago Native community, there's one phrase that I would hear over and over and over again. This phrase was, existence is resistance. This meant that the very act of me living and practicing my culture is resistance against thousands of years, hundreds of years of colonization and genocide. But recently, I realized it's more than that. It's a warning. As a 21st century Indigenous woman, I am living in a post-apocalyptic world. I am living in a world where thousands of other Indigenous women go missing and are murdered in North America alone. Where these women cannot disappear from social media or police records because they were never there in the first place. A world where every day when I wake up, I put on my armor and dodge predatory words because I was born in a battlefield. A world where I was separated from my ancestors' homeland, both as an Indigenous woman and as a Black woman. Where I stand for the Wet'suwet'en people and the people of Standing Rock, because Indigenous people are being ripped off their land, and simple human rights don't seem to be that simple. Where even surrendering can get you killed. Little did they know, all the ways that they tried to take me down only fueled the fire residing within me.
Yes!
And that's what my elders meant when they said existence is resistance. It was a way to tell a young girl to never give up, to never stop fighting. To rally in the streets, screaming all the names of Indigenous women that society has tried to forget. They wanted me to educate the ignorant and change the status quo, not for just my life, but the life of the generations before me and the lives of generations to come. Because in this world, existing just isn't enough. Lamyaye, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, friends. I'm going to introduce our last speaker. I want you to help me welcome Arcadia Ramphrey.
Do you want a hat? Would you like a hat? I love your sign, by the way. I love your sign.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Arcadia, a young Ashkenazi member of Jewish Voice for Peace.
Woohoo!
I'm so grateful for this opportunity to speak today. A threat to women and femmes anywhere is a threat to women and femmes everywhere. I want to use this opportunity to remind ourselves how the term woman can exclude the vast array of gender and sexual identities that have shared both moments of unity and strength as well as gender-based violence. When we talk about women's issues, we're also talking about queer and trans issues.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Let us get at the root of #MeToo and move away from legitimizing our legal system that finds power through prosecution. Let's move beyond this method and expose the systemic measures used to criminalize some bodies and privilege others.
Right.
Let's also remember that we are not trying to patch or fix any broken systems, and that these systems are doing exactly what they intended to do. Devalue black and brown bodies and lives, maintain and uphold white supremacy, patriarchy, and cis heteronormativity, keep the rich in power while the poor are enslaved to wage labor, and to preserve Western imperialism abroad. Just this week, Jewish Voice for Peace announced their official stance on Zionism. Jewish Voice for Peace announced their official stance on Zionism, the movement that supports and protects a Jewish-only state in the historic land of Palestine. This statement denounces Zionism and the ruinous impact it has on Palestinians. JVP's stance calls Zionism a false and veiled answer to the desperately real question many of our ancestors faced of how to protect Jewish lives from murderous anti-Semitism in Europe. Palestinian liberation does not equal anti-Semitism, just as Zionism does not equal Judaism.
Woohoo!
European Jews thought that they were building power through genocide and apartheid of Palestinian people. This did not and does not protect Jewish people from state violence, nor does it work to end the anti-Semitism and racism that they were trying to escape. These are mistakes we cannot afford to make again. 40 years ago, Audre Lorde called in white feminists for failing to examine the need for differences of all kinds in order to build powerful movements by reminding us that the master's tools will never dismantle the master's house.
Amen.
We are in a time where we must develop our own tools. This starts with conversations like this one that unravel the lies which bind us to complacency and separation and systems of oppression. We must use these conversations to guide our own self-reflections and to carry with us into the world. Let's develop new systems that counteract the negative effects of our current systems. New systems that require people to rely on the interdependence of community and to remind us that our most valuable resources are ourselves, our neighbors, and those we choose to be surrounded by. We must discover and create new ways to communicate, new ways to connect to one another, new ways of being in the world, and new ways to build the power of the people. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine! Thank you so much.
All right, y'all. Thank you. Just kidding.
So first off, I want to say you guys are troopers. Give yourselves a round of applause. We're literally staying in the snow, and we're sorry because we didn't know the weather conditions would be like this, but that's why the sound system went down. So thank you guys for believing in the resistance and staying out here. Amy Tran, if you're in the audience, we know you're one of the speakers. If you want to come forth. Amy Tran! Yeah, Amy Tran. Amy Tran, come forward!
Amy Tran!
That's like good group work. So what we're gonna do is we will go ahead and hand it over to Jasmine because I think Amy might have left. Oh, you like that?
sorry. Try to get.
Hi, I'm Amy Tran, and I'm a child of 3 Vietnamese immigrants. Growing up, I didn't realize that I was different from anybody else until I got into middle school and high school, where I started to know patterns where I couldn't find common ground that relate to other students around me. I realized that immigrants in our country were excluded, they were being treated differently, and they were forgotten. I remember a time in high school that stuck with me, where I have to constantly repeat myself to my teachers. No, you don't understand. My parents don't speak English. Or where I have to constantly repeat myself to my friends that I'm a first generation student and we found that bizarre. With this constant reminder that my parents are different from others simply because they're immigrants, I have never felt so powerless. I felt the need to constantly justify myself and to my parents because their struggles as immigrants and the things that they were facing were not being acknowledged. I felt isolated and I couldn't find a place to talk to others about it. It wasn't until high school where I decided to join the organization called Asian American Advancing Justice Chicago. And with this, we developed a youth program called Kinetic. And this is the first time where I felt power. I felt like I wasn't alone and that others can understand the hardships that immigrants and refugees face. Kinetic was a second home for me. It was where I was in an inclusive space with other youth members in the community who understood that immigrants and refugee students had difficulty finding resources and opportunities that were provided for them. Kinetic gave voices to youth members who were underestimated and misunderstood. Kinetic taught me that the power of youth organizing and that when you gather a group of young people, it is like a fire that cannot be put out. Today, I represent the National Asian Pacific American Women's Forum, where we continue our fight for immigration justice, economic justice, and reproductive justice. It wasn't until I got older where I realized that problems like this were systematic, that women of color were having difficulty receiving resources because of the color of our skin. It wasn't until I got older that I realized that problems like this is bigger than what they seem. Because I understand this, I was filled with rage and anger. But this rally right here is an example of how we channel that energy into organizing. To march and rally because we've had enough. Because we want our voices to be heard. And our future generation to be just as strong and united as we are right now.
Yes.
Thank you so much.